Okay, that was weird. I thought I went live, but apparently I didn't. Anyway, so we are at move 7. And it's our usual 1 to 3 being exchanged on the right, shed 1 reversed, and 1 to 3 being exchanged on the left and shed 1 reversed. And we're probably going to keep going with this for a fair amount of time until we get to like move 20 something or so, and then we'll start the cross guard. So when we get to there, I'll go ahead and bring that up. So we are back to here. Hopefully the resolution is decent enough. It's a little hard for me to tell exactly how good the resolution or how good the focus is, but it seems to be doing pretty good from what I can tell. So gonna just quickly bring up the YouTube usage monitor. And keep having to tell that no, it is not made for kids. Okay. That's going good. There we go. Let's start our moves. And I'm probably only going to go for about an hour because I'm in a somewhat grumpy mood today. And I don't think it's fair to share that with people who don't deserve it. I think that I don't deserve it either, but hey, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. Which I suppose is a more fancy way of saying it is what it is, but that tends to be a little overused these days. Alrighty. And shed 1 is reversed, so we start from the top, and then 2 from the bottom, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And from starting from the bottom, then go to the top for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I will say there's definitely a major difference between when I post these announcements on Twitter and when Ian Runkle retweets them. I had exactly 1 view of it today for mine, and Tuesday when it was retweeted, it was like about 1,300 views. So we got 2 people on here, so welcome, welcome. There we go. 1 and 3 on the left, and shed 1 is reversed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I also should probably call it an early night. I haven't been sleeping as well as I would like to. Finally got a new mask for my CPAP, which seems to be helping a fair amount. And we are moving on to move 8. That's the same 1 and 3 and 1. But yeah, I had a print set up and running last night. Everything was good, going good. Went to bed, woke up in the morning, and it stopped with an unknown error. The time-lapse screen captures had like 3 failures in a row. Didn't say why, just said that they failed. And then went out. It was on. I tried restarting it, and it just didn't work. So, alrighty. So that one goes up there. Or no, that one goes there. This one goes down here. There we go. And shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Apparently StreamYard doesn't like it when you Wi-Fi stream. So I'm going to have to run an Ethernet cable I ordered a Ethernet USB adapter for my laptop since I don't have any native native Ethernet ports. And it's also got a USB hub built into it, so I can put the camera and the microphone into that. That'll free up a USB port. And there's an old air conditioning vent that we don't use anymore that runs from this room all the way to the room that has the router, and I can plug directly into that. Shed 1 is reversed. So I should have that fixed by tomorrow evening at the latest. Hopefully my printer will be up and running when I'm done with the stream, since I set the OS to flash. There we go. And that's it for move 8. And we're moving on to move 9. And again, it's 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And moving on to move 10. Actually, let me see something here real quick. Let's see if I can share this. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's try this. Okay, remove that. Stop screen. And present. Share screen. And there we go. Alrighty. This should be able to play now.
This is from another viewer who live streamed the creation of this. This is from Torin. Torin does very complicated braiding. So they braided this whole thing. It's like long. This took so many hours to make. So it's really cool. And the whole thing is live streamed on their YouTube channel where they make these things. And I think they're making another YouTuber's braid right now. So very cool. Thank you to Torin for that.
There we go. And alrighty, there we go. All right, let's see if I can get back to where I was. There we go. All right, so you can still see that. All right, so as you can see, we're on move 10. Nothing's really changed. And we'll go back to that. There we go. And thank you again, Nick, for showing my braid. I appreciate that. All righty. Let's get back to the braid I'm currently working on. Let's see. There we go. 1 and 3 and 1. Actually, let's see. I should move that up a little bit more so you can see more of what I'm actually doing. Alrighty. So shed 1 is reversed. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 11. There we go. And 1 and 3 and 1. And shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. There's 1. There's 3. And shed 1 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And hey, Babe, nice to see you on. Running a bit late on my start. Moving on to move 12. I'm running a bit late on my start because the OS for my 3D printer crashed and was missing, apparently missing some sort of component in it. So I have to re-image the whole system. I mean, I probably could fix it if I had a better idea what was going on, but re-imaging should work. It was having an issue with time lapse, and if I reinstall it, the time lapse is by default turned off, so that shouldn't cause a problem then. But once I brain running slow tonight. Once I get the operating system reinstalled, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm doing an updated version of the OS, which will have SSH turned on, so I can remote into it and do more stuff to it. And that will be giving me something I should have done a while ago. So hopefully I'll get there soon. Okay. Well, welcome again to the stream. You probably missed it, but I did the video clip from Nick's stream last night where he showed off the braid on his stream and thanked me for it, which was very nice. If you want to see it, I can bring it up again. That's not an issue. I'll probably be watching it a fair number of times personally, just because it made my morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That one needs to be rolled a bit longer. I'm also trying to play around with a lot of StreamYard's ability, so I have a better idea of what I can and can't do with it. It helps that I know some things are possible because I've seen it on other streamers doing it. Oh, sorry to hear about the having to deal with the accountant. I just remembered today that we upgraded our heating system to gas. I'm moving on to move 12 or move 13. I've just finished 12. Yep, we're on 13. We upgraded our heating system to gas, and as a result, we spent a fair amount of money doing that, and that should be on the taxes. So I need to see if I can't find those receipts and get them to the tax guy in time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'm probably going to end the stream in about half an hour because I would like to get my printer back up and running. And I'm feeling kind of grumpy, and I don't need to take that out on anybody just because I think it's rude to do so. But sometimes you're grumpy. Oh, I posted, oops, that one's caught there. There we go. I posted on Twitter the announcement 2 days ago for the Tuesday stream, and Ian retweeted it, and I had something like 1,300 views on it, which was nice. And I posted today's announcement for tonight's stream, and I got 1 view. So from 1,300 and 30 something or down to just 1. Looks like I need to get more followers or whatever. Not that I really know how to do that. And we're on to move 14. Let's see. Well, I still don't feel comfortable being grumpy at people that don't deserve it. And most people don't deserve it. But I did promise to do a stream tonight, so I really should. And it shouldn't be just like a, hey, I'm on and I'm not happy, so I'm going back off, and sucks for you who set your time aside to watch it. I'm going to screw up your schedules. There we go. I appreciate everybody coming in to watch who does. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1 and 3 and 1 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Well, at least your time with the accountant was time constrained painful, as opposed to unbounded painful. I've been watching Ian's recaps on the moving to move 15 on the Gwyneth Paltrow trial, and when they had the expert on talking about how the one guy was his brain was deteriorating just from natural processes, and apparently untreated apnea can cause very tiny strokes that build up over time, leading to dementia, and which makes me feel much better that I've got a CPAP as of 2 months ago, even though I don't have very heavy apnea. But I also feel pretty happy because it seems to be keeping me from getting migraines very often, which is a major bonus in my book. But it reminded me of something in Charles Strauss's laundry series books, which are about a supernatural Secret Service agency in Britain called the Laundry, because their original office used to be up behind a Chinese laundry in London. But in that universe, mathematics is actually magic, and if you're not careful and you use enough computational power, you can summon creatures and affect the universe and do strange things. But one of the side effects of if you have a regular human doing magical things is you attract these invisible creatures called, I think, feeders in the dark, that come by and snack on small chunks of your brain. And eventually, magicians wind up with dementia from having spongy brains. So anyway, I just thought it was an interesting horrifying parallel, which I realize is probably not the best thing to talk about on stream, but alrighty. So we are on to move 16, and it's time for a coma slide. Yeah, the author is, from what I understand, is a bit of a jerk, but he does write really good books, and I've really enjoyed the Laundry series. They don't really have much in it with the main character of the first few books these days, because he got powerful enough that it's hard to have him as an active character and still have challenges. So he's around, but he tends not to be the point of view character anymore. The latest thing they've got as one of the main characters is a vampire. And vampires in this series are essentially magic users as well, but they've gone through something where they've been shielded from the feeders in the night, but whoever's blood they drink becomes the target for those creatures. So they get to survive, but only by, essentially killing other people. And since becoming a vampire doesn't change your ethics, it's a bit disconcerting for several of the people there. Main point of view character is a agent of the government, so they have people that are executed for crimes, and they keep them around for keeping their vampire agents active. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Like I said, I do like the series, and I do read the books when I get a chance. The first book in the series is called The Atrocity Archive. But one of the things the agency is planning for is when the stars are finally right and the great Cthulhuid monsters start coming into our reality, and it's classified under the top secret codename Case Nightmare Green. They have various other color-coded Case Nightmare scenarios that they try and deal with as well. Apparently, Case Nightmare Green is one of the more survivable ones, but it's also one of the more certain ones, according to the storyline. Sorry if I'm getting too rambly. Let me catch up. Yep. Okay. Is Anne Bishop the one who, no, that I'm thinking of PN Elrond, PN something or other. I'll have to look up the Anne Bishop one. Name sounds familiar, so I've probably run across it, but I'm drawing a blank right now. Okay, on to move 17. Hey, we got 5 people on. That's a nice audience there. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them, and I'll do my best to answer, or we can just chat about whatever. Today is apparently chatting about books. Speaking of which, one of my other favorite authors, who I also like as a person, Clarie Cassan, is having a new book coming out in a few days called The Tower of Silence, and it's in his Saga the Forgotten Warrior series. The first one, which is Son of the Black Sword, I believe. Just a second here. Okay, so, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One of the pins jumped, and one of the ones jumped over a pin. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I'll have to check it out. I need to start listening to some more books. I've been listening to a lot of streamers. And while it is good for keeping up with current events and things like that, sometimes I just need to listen to a story. Recharge the mind. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My wife's been listening to a series that apparently is like 2 necromancers and 1, 2, or 3 follow-up stuff for each individual story. So she says it's a real good read, so I'll have to give that a try as well. Considering we share the same Audible account, I've got it there. I just need to play it. Okay. Oh, speaking of werewolves, in the latest noir anthology that Korea has been moving on to move 18, Korea has been editing. First one was Noir Fatale. Second one was No Game for Old Knights. And the current one is Down These Mean Streets. So the first collection is... this one's kind of snagged. Let me fix this real quick. So the first book was dealing with the femme fatales in noir series. And there we go. The second one was about the old gritty gumshoe character, the detective. And the third book is the setting of the gritty streets being the character. But getting back to werewolves, Steve Diamond has a story in there about his character, Werewolf Cop, which is going to wind up being a book. Hey, Annette, welcome onto the stream. I'm not sure I recognize the name before, but welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming on. If you have any questions or want to chat about anything, please feel free. And there we go. Playing around with the showing chat feature. Okay, so alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did say I was moving on to 18. Okay, okay. Got to be careful not to lose my place here. All right, so 1 and 3 and 1 on the right. Yeah, I like the hard magic. Monster Hunter is interesting, and I like the universe. I think so far my favorite is Son of the Black Sword. But I do really like hard magic as well. If you listen to the audiobook, Bronson Pinchot is the person who reads those. And he does really well with the voices. Speaking of other audiobook readers I like, I'm blanking on his name right now, played Spike in Buffy. James Marsters. He reads the Dresden Files books. And I think it's Pip Pip or whoever, the small fairy warrior that Dresden pays pizza. He did a cute little blurb for, where somebody pays for him to read something in a specific voice, where he did Pip Pip. I think it's Pip Pip. It's been a while since I've read Dresden. He does that as the character from Taken. If you can find it online, it's really funny to watch or listen to. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 19. And 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I got to be a little more careful about how I'm paying attention to where I am in the braid. I'm thinking maybe something like a dice or a chess clock where I can make sure to know whether I'm on an even or an odd move number. That'll be more likely to, so I wouldn't lose my place if I can space it a little further like that. Having the same move over and over, it's easy to get lost, especially if you're a little tired and starting to drift off a bit. Which, given the amount of sleep I get, is more likely than I would like. I probably should have put it in the show description. Shed 1 is reversed. But Nick Ricada, for those that are coming in new, showed the braid I did for him on his show and did a nice thank you. So I clipped that out, and I'll probably be saving that for sometime in the future for like a collection of people I've done braids for. Toot, yeah, toot, okay. Yeah, toot sounds right. And on to move 20. And 1 is reversed, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And 1 and 3 and 1. There's 1. And 3. I also need to hit the range in the next week or two so that I've have enough chance to practice for my firearms qualification as constable, which is coming up for the last Saturday in April. The Saturday before that is Nick's show in Philadelphia, which I have a ticket for. I'm looking forward to that. Come on. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Yeah, I've read David Drake, but nothing all that recently. Okay. On to 21. And still 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3 and 1. And shed 1 is reversed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to 22. Still no sign of a change. Of course, I can only see about 4 moves ahead on this particular playback system. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on the left, 1 and 3 and 1. Well, now that the Paltrow case is done, I should be able to schedule a time when Ian can make it on here, so that'll be fun. 1 is reversed. So reverse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I need to make a little list of things that I wanted to chat with him about, so I don't forget. Because my brain is more Swiss cheese than I would like. It's one of the reasons why I try and do puzzles like Sudoku and things like that to keep my brain active and slow the deterioration of getting old and decrepit. And on to move 23. And apparently John Ringo's got a new book coming out. It's been a while since his last one. I do like his Black Tide Rising series, but he does tend to write books until he gets bored with the series and they just kind of end, which can get frustrating for a while, especially if you like a conclusion to your series. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I did like the trilogy he did of Monster Hunter memoirs for the MHI universe. I'm looking forward to Jason Cordova's 70s version of MHI. There we go. There's 3 now. And 1, reverse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And on to move 24. And 1 and 3 and 1. And reverse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Reverse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 3. And reverse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, I know it's only been about 46 or 47 minutes of streaming, but it is 9 o'clock, and my eyes are getting a little sore. So let's just do a coma slide, and we will start up next stream at move 25. Anybody need anything before I go? Any questions to be answered? If not, I will wish you all a stay safe and happy braiding. Yeah, probably about 31 inches or so. All right, you have a nice one then, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. So move 25 is next. Oh, and hey, the crossguard is about ready to be there. Let me show that real quick. There we go. That's the start of the crossguard, and that'll be in 2 more moves after the next one. There we go. And, ooh, we got 7 people on. At least, let me see what... yeah, I feel sorry about heading out early, but thanks to everybody who came by. Have a good one, all.